In March 2021, the phone started ringing on Wall Street. Not one phone, every phone. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Credit Suisse, Nomura, all calling each other, all asking the same question. How much are you exposed? Because one man nobody outside Wall Street had ever heard of had just lost $20 billion. Not a bank, not a hedge fund with thousands of investors. One single man in 48 hours. And here's the part that should actually scare you. He didn't break a single law to build this. He found a loophole so clean, so quiet, that not one of those banks calling each other even knew the others existed. I'm going to show you exactly how he pulled it off in about 2 minutes and why the trick he used is still completely legal today. This is the story of Bill Hwang. Bill Hwang trained under Julian Robertson, one of Wall Street's greatest investors. He was good, really good. In 2012, his fund pleaded guilty to wire fraud, $44 million in fines, banned from managing outside money. So he did something clever. He turned his fund into a family office, Archegos Capital Management, managing only his own money, which meant no SEC disclosure, no public filings. He became invisible. Remember what I promised you at the start? Here's exactly how he pulled it off. Instead of buying stock directly, he used something called a total return swap. A bank buys the stock, his name shows up nowhere, but he gets every dollar of gain and absorbs every dollar of loss. And he only had to put up a fraction as collateral. Put up $1 billion, control $10 billion in stock. Now do that across 6 different banks. Each one sees only their own slice. None of them see the full picture. He built a hidden $100 billion position. Completely legal, completely invisible. For a while, it worked perfectly. In 2020 alone, Hwang turned $1.5 billion into over $10 billion. By early 2021, Archegos controlled up to $100 billion in stock from a fund nobody had heard of. Then on the 22nd of March 2021, Viacom CBS announced a surprise share sale. The stock dropped, and leverage, which made him rich, turned into a weapon pointed the other way. The banks issued margin calls. He couldn't pay. So they started selling billions of dollars all at once. Goldman Sachs sold $6.6 billion before the market even opened. Morgan Stanley sold $5 billion. Deutsche Bank, $4 billion. Each sale triggered more margin calls, which triggered more sales. A perfect doom loop. By the end of that week, a $35 billion portfolio was essentially gone. The banks didn't escape either. Credit Suisse lost $5.5 billion, one of the worst losses in its 165-year history. It never fully recovered and collapsed entirely 2 years later. Nomura lost $2.9 billion. Total bank losses over $10 billion. Bill Hwang was arrested in 2022. In July 2024, he was found guilty on 10 of 11 counts. He now faces up to 20 years in prison. He didn't break the rules for most of his career. Total return swaps are legal. The leverage was offered to him willingly by the biggest banks on earth. The system didn't just allow this. It built the conditions that made it possible. $20 billion. Gone in 48 hours. And the rules have barely changed since. Which means somewhere out there, right now, the next Bill Hwang is probably already building. That's what we do here at the Bus Files. We find the stories that sound impossible until they actually happen. Subscribe. The next case file drops every week. The money always leaves a trail. We just follow it.